view on the LGBTQ. So I kind of would like to share with you the definition of LGBTQ and kind of a definition that's similar to the concept in Buddhism. So what I found out in the many kind of a Buddhist scripture, one of the very close to the term of the LGBTQ, they have a term called bandhaga, or in Thai we call bando. So it kind of we call the definition that's given in the situation in the Buddha time. There's a many cases that why the bando or the bandhaga or like a queer cannot become a Buddhist monk. So like in the very conservative perspective in the Buddhist culture, often a view on LGBTQ people who have something sinful in their past karma. So that's what kind of a people into society, and they often view on them as a kind of a sinful person, and maybe they have done a bad karma in past life, or maybe they break the kind of a third precept of the five precepts, something like that. And that has put a lot of pleasure and allow these group of people suppress their identity and kind of they like a seeing Buddhism as a kind of a wise teaching in Buddhism look very down on this group of people. And today I would like to clarify, to get to know in a kind of a profound detail what's bandhaga or LGBTQ similar or different in this context. Why the Buddha not allow like a bandhaga to be ordained? So what's caused that happen? So let's take a look at the term bandhaga. So this is what in one of the sutra called the Mahagandhaga, Bhikkhu Pamali explain and talk about the bandhaga, or could be the transgender or LGBTQ plus. That these what people they understand. What is bandhaga? What is bando? So the term bandhaga, there's no any kind of a clear explanation in Pali term. So in general, bandhaga, this could mean in the we call the monastic regulation explained it commentary in the Vinaya said that bandhaga cannot be ordained. There's a story behind of why bandhaga cannot be ordained as a monk. So there's a story in the Buddha time that the bandhaga became ordained into monkhood. Then the bandhaga having a kind of a sexual desire and went to the Buddhist monk, went to the bhikkhu and asked the bhikkhu to have sex with him. So the bhikkhu and the monk said no and refused having sex with him. And the bandhaga monk then went to the fat novice and asked the fat novice to have sex with him. And again, the Buddhist novice monk also responded the same thing. So cannot have sex. And then the bandhaga monk went to the elephant keeper and the horse keeper to have sex with him. And both elephant keeper and also the horse keeper did have sex with the bandhaga monk. Then the horse keeper and elephant keeper said, oh, the Buddhist monk, the Sakya monastic are not true kind of a ordained monk. They can have sex and they don't practice renunciation. And then they include all the monks that, oh, the Buddhist monk maybe having sex with the bandhaga monk. So that impact the reputation on the Buddhist community and the story heard by the Buddha. And then the Buddha mentioned about this term that bandhaga shouldn't be given a full ordination. If it has been given, it should be expelled. So basically anyone who have been a monk have to destroy. So this sentence is come to be a kind of a big problem. That's kind of a gaining, the Bandaka we call the transgender who enter monkhood, that can actually the transgender or LGBTQ plus become monk, So that's come to be a kind of a not really clear answer to many point of view. So and later on there's kind of a commentary explain more detail what Bandaka is. This is called more compromise because that case the Buddha laid down is not based on because becoming a Bandaka, but the Buddha blamed at the action that the Bandaka are having a kind of a sex with the horse and elephant keeper, but not really blame at the kind of gender that the person has. So later on, the commentary explain more about the different type of Bandaka or the transgender and the Buddha time, and is described and divided in 5 different types of Bandaka. So the first type of Bandaka called Asita Bandaka. Kind of person who kind of oral sex with men. So that is what it explained. And the second one called the Usuya Bandaka. So those who are Bandaka who enjoy watching male to male having sex. And the third type of Bandaka called Upaka Niya Bandaka. Castrated or post-gender reassignment. So the first type of Bandaka called Baka Bandaka desire only at a certain time. So it kind of following the rule nama that these group of people have a different kind of sexual desire in different periods of time. So maybe during the first lunar month, maybe from the 1st to 15, they may have a kind of having a sexual desire, like becoming Bandaka, and maybe later on the half of the month they may back to normal. So this is the 4th type of the Bandaka. And the 5th type of Bandaka called Napumsaka Bandaka. So ambiguous sexual identity. So which is the sexual identity cannot be identified. So what kind of gender they are. So